Hi, my name is Arnav Palwal, and my research is on the effect of seasonal temperature variation on phytoplankton biomass. So phytoplankton are very important to marine and coastal ecosystems due to the role they play as primary producers in the role in the nitrogen cycle as nitrogen fixators. Phytoplankton have a large impact on the health of the ocean and ecosystem around it because it forms the lowest part of the food pyramid in those ecosystems. And this means that the relative biomass of phytoplankton in populations can be used to evaluate the health of an ocean ecosystem, which was shown in the journal article Phytoplankton Bloom Size Chlorophyll A Biomass as an indicator of water quality condition in the southern estuaries of Florida, USA. And this journal article also showed that chlorophyll A can be used as a proxy for phytoplankton levels, which is what we will be doing in my experiment. My experiment aims to answer the question of what is the impact of seasonal temperature variation on phytoplankton biomass to figure out more about the marine and coastal ecosystems of Morehead City, North Carolina. And it is innovative because it has not been done in this region or ecosystem before. And purpose has only been done in algotrophic lakes. In the article, the relationship between phytoplankton biovolume and chlorophyll in a deep algotrophic lake, decoupling in their spatial and temporal maxima. This research was done in 2000. And the main variables in my experiment that are being compared are temperature and phytoplankton biomass, which is being proxied by chlorophyll A levels as mentioned before. The hypothesis of the experiment is that temperature increasing being sustained above 65 degrees, which signals the seasonal shift to spring, will correlate in an increase in the phytoplankton community levels of Morehead City, North Carolina. This is hypothesized because during the spring, photosynthetic processes usually ramp up in plants, and we believe that the same thing will happen in phytoplankton because they also use photosynthesis just like plants, and other processes are very similar to plants. This data was collected by my mentor in this research project, Ms. Gabrielle Corradino. It was collected from North Carolina coastal ecosystem near Seamass, North Carolina, and this data will be analyzed under her guidance. I will be doing the rest of the project myself. I formed the previous problem statement and hypothesis on my own with the guidance from my mentor, and I will also complete the data analysis portion by myself as well. So in terms of data analysis, I first have to find the temperature data and condense it. So after getting temperature data, which was collected every 6 minutes and not per day, I have to use R to take the mean of that data and condense it so it's usable to create graphs. So then once I have that data, I will create a graph based off that data, the temperature data, the chlorophyll A levels, and also the dates. And I'll run a regression on that graph. And afterwards, I will use R to do further statistical analysis, such as t-tests, by separating data based off seasons. And once this data is analyzed, I will create further conclusions by using the known relations between the phytoplankton species which live in the North Carolina marine coastal ecosystems and other species that live there as well, and connect the growth and decrease in phytoplankton biomass to other species in these ecosystems. And there are no potential risks in this process since all the data was collected by my mentor. This research is really important since it can help us learn more about the environment, which is really important for future scientists who do research on environmental change to reference, and also can help us learn more about the different interactions in those ecosystems. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my project.